Hey guys, it's good to be back with you. This is our ninth episode that we're doing. As you can tell, we're not in the shop because this is a special episode. This is our 4th of July episode. We're excited about it, and this is kind of something else that we're trying out. We're doing. We had talked about it in the past that we wanted to do some more stuff. Of course, this is still at my house, and we're still out here at the fire pit, and we're just going to take time to celebrate the 4th, to have an opportunity to really take in the freedoms that we have, you know, and the things that our forefathers did for us, and the men and women in the military that's done for us. And you know, there's nothing more American, I think. It's just my opinion, but it's backed up by fact and like 10 billion people. There's nothing more American than sitting out on the back of a truck in front of a fire pit with a good cigar. Now,
and your best buddies.
Now, of course, we've got a couple of pipe smokers, and you know, for me, that's not for me.
Tobacco pipe.
I'm not a big pipe smoker, but I want to say it's good to see y'all guys again. Here on the 4th, it's good to be here.
Well, you know, it's really good to have this opportunity for all of us to get together before, you know, a couple of us leave to go celebrate the 4th elsewhere.
Yeah. We may get a little rain, so if we pause in the middle of it, it's because we're having to cover up equipment. But you know, we're hoping it's going to blow on by, and we're not going to have that problem. You know, that's what happens in northwest Alabama. You never know what the weather's going to be like.
It's been a monsoon the past 3 or 4 days.
But with all that being said, it's good to have you. It's good to see you. It's good for y'all to be here. I'm Pops.
It's TJ.
I'm Jordan. And I'm RD.
And this is the podcast.
So, and we're done. That's it. Have fun.
No.
Enjoy yourself. No, I mean, I guess we'll start it up with the easy one. We were discussing this before we came on because, you know, we really didn't just have a whole lot of plans as to what we were going to do.
Right.
So, you know, we were thinking.
We actually changed plans like 3 times.
Yeah, so far. But we decided that we were going to just talk about a couple things. One of them, well, we didn't really decide we were going to talk about this. We were just kind of talking about it. Best movie to watch for the 4th of July. I know where you're going to stand already.
You already know. The Patriot. Mel Gibson.
What's that one about?
It takes place in space.
Okay.
And they're fighting space redcoats.
That's Independence Day.
And that still takes place on Earth, so...
Space coats.
Space coats.
No, but The Patriot is a really, really awesome movie. I've actually watched it 4 times already. And I think I'm watching enough. But no, there's never enough times to watch The Patriot. That's like watching Saving Private Ryan every year. I mean, you just can't get enough of that movie. That's another good one.
Not related to the 4th, though. Really.
Saving Private Ryan. Patriotic.
It is patriotic, but it has nothing to do with the Revolution.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You know, we're not really talking about...
Independence Day.
We're not really talking about the Revolution, per se, as... You know, that really narrows down what movies to watch. But there are a lot of good movies out there that are about American patriotism.
See, Independence Day is absolutely about the Revolution, because they even say, on this, our Independence Day.
But no.
Nothing like him.
Nothing like him at all.
No. You were lacking a lot of the redneck, actually.
That is a great movie, though. And actually, I don't know if they still do it, but I know when I was growing up, they would marathon that like for 48 hours starting on the 3rd on like, I think on USA.
Yes, something like that, yeah. So I'm guessing you're going with Independence Day?
No, actually, I'm not going with Independence Day because that is not my favorite American sort of 4th of July movie. National Treasure. That's mine.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That one's different.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Wait, which one?
The first one.
The first one. Yeah. Still the Constitution.
The Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, was it Declaration
of
Independence?
Yeah, it was Declaration of Independence.
Okay. All right.
had the map written in lemon juice on the back that you had to bake.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
my favorite. Well, one of them. There's so many quotable parts, but I was watching clips on the way up here, and
Oh, so you was prepping for this question.
yeah,
Cheater.
and they get the glasses out of the Liberty Bell,
yeah,
and she's like, Benjamin Franklin invented something a lot like these, and he's like, I think he invented these.
This stupid thing won't stay lit.
That's why you smoke a cigar. As long as you can puff on it, it'll stay lit.
I am dying over here. Hold on a second. Sorry.
What's wrong?
It's blowing smoke right in my mouth.
Alright, it switched.
Yeah, it moved.
And there may be some of that tonight because we are just sitting out with a live fire going. So
But it should burn down here pretty soon and be a
Yeah.
lot less of a
we tried to let it burn down, but really didn't work
so,
out.
Patriot,
There we go.
National treasure.
National Treasures.
What's yours, Pops?
Alright, y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Schindler's List.
No.
No.
Forrest Gump.
That's a good one.
Hey, yeah.
Not only do we get a lot of the 4th of July stuff, but we also, it's right back in his face.
I'm gonna do the podcast over here.
Do we have a
But-
spare plug? We'll get a fan and blow it that way.
Actually, we don't have a spare plug that'll reach, the fan would reach. Anyway, not only that though, it gets a little bit of our Alabama heritage in there too.
And
So,
Vietnam, which is like the next most American thing.
that is true. So, yeah, I go with Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
That's a good one.
Easy you.
Dude, those books are nothing like the movie, just by the way, if you've ever
I've
read and
never
seen
read the
both.
books.
But he cusses like 3 sailors in the book. It's hilarious.
I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out there. Forrest Gump, probably the dude who got screwed in history the most.
Yeah.
Like Jenny was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're a multimillionaire now. Now I'll come back, with AIDS."
Yeah, so in the book, he ends up on Cannibal Island and then goes to space, and that's where it ends. He's in space.
Jesus
They
Christ.
send him to the moon.
I'll go to the moon now. Thank you.
Well, in the books, he's more autistic, so he's like more like F this, F that. I know how to go to the moon, and y'all don't.
I'll go to the moon, Jenny. Trying to help you out, bud.
My eyes look bloodshot yet.
Give me the tool real quick. But funny enough, you already talked about it a little bit. My favorite to watch is Independence Day.
That's a good movie.
Number one, I just love Will Smith as an actor. He's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I grew up with him a lot, but then turn around, Bad Boys 2. I haven't got to see Bad Boys for Life yet.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I think it's going to be pretty good.
Wild Wild Smith. It's a western that he's in.
Actually, it's Wild Wild West.
Yeah, is what it's called. Wild Wild West.
What do you get Smith for?
Wild Wild Smith. No, that's a reference to another YouTuber actually.
But no, I mean, just like TJ said, the final major battle cry. Oh, that's the flag. I thought we was having rain come down.
Just hang on to that.
The major battle cry at the very end of it, on this, our independent. That's amazing.
Yeah, the speech.
Yeah, the speech is amazing. The president throughout the movie, he is an extremely patriotic, extremely American.
Yeah,
All the way through
well,
it.
He's the
Get the
typical.
water now.
He's the typical,
Yeah.
or prototypical, I guess you'd say, would be the.
I would say should be the standard. I mean, but what'd you say your movie was?
Independence Day.
Independence Day. Okay.
We literally, it's
You started it off.
it's the name of the day. Very easy to remember.
I'm gonna get a little patriotic here for
You're
a
having
moment.
smoke inhalation. That's a problem.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know where I'm at. But well, I'll talk in a little bit.
Is there ganja in this fire? Are we burning weed?
I'll talk in a bit. Somebody else go.
You know you
I
can
don't know where you were segueing this to.
Yeah, you can slide over here, man. Prop up. You can get in the frame right here at the edge of the tailgate.
I'll tell you what we'll do. Okay, maybe we won't do it. I really don't want to touch that with any part of my body that's not covered by leather.
We just look down and both his boots are on fire.
Good thing we're not that far in.
Yeah, you might want to cut this part out.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Because they've seen the fire now. As far as they know, it just burned down where they couldn't see it no more.
The wind's gonna backdraft this way and get all of us now. Alright, you're good to come back, buddy.
That's out of your way. Hopefully. Until it blows it back this way on top of it. If it does, then yon.
And we're back. Sorry about that. Reynolds nearly died, so we had to
Call the fire
pause.
department and give me mouth to mouth.
What were you gonna say?
Oh yeah, before I was dying of smoke inhalation, I was gonna say, gonna get a little patriotic. As everybody knows, 4th of July and what the events that led up to why we have this. 1776 Declaration of Independence was signed and published by criminals to England, but
Well, that's my
Our
favorite
founding
thing
fathers
about
does.
it. You know, they had not won the war at
Yeah.
this time, so they were all
No.
criminals.
Yeah.
And I mean, just a direct quote from the Declaration, it says, "But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty, to throw off such government and provide new guards for their future security." And, you know, people don't talk that way anymore. And basically what that means is, you know, if there's something wrong, those who have the ability to take action have the responsibility to take action.
That's right.
I'm going to steal it.
So
I'm going to steal the Declaration.
band-
That's a direct quote from National Treasure for those of you that don't know.
So, a band of misfits 244 years ago
Yeah.
said, "Screw you, redcoats."
hmm
We
And how
start-
red your coats are. We don't
Yeah.
like that color.
Yeah,
Blue
we
all
like
the
it.
way for coats.
So, and that was
That was actually the first law. A lot of people don't know is the only coat you could have was blue. You couldn't have red, couldn't have purple,
Couldn't have green.
no green.
anything that had to do. That is awful.
And they looked down upon us and went, "He knows. That really was the first law. Blue only."
But no.
But like for me, just talking about the day, I know y'all know, and for those of you who watch the podcast now, you know, I'm not a big holiday guy. I just don't like them. I don't like the commercialism of them. There's very few holidays that I just go crazy about celebrating. This is one of them. This is one of my big, like, people talk about the cult of America as a joke, but like legit, like this is a religious holiday for me. Like I'm
Well-
a part of the cult of America.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, here's the biggest thing with it. You know, we are all deeply American. But this is one of the most fun holidays to celebrate, too, because you celebrate it simply by being American.
yes, exactly.
You shoot fireworks. You drink a little bit. You know, you get crazy. You have a good time.
Burn down a liquor store.
Yeah. No.
Don't do that.
Don't burn down a liquor store.
That's not being patriot.
But no, like seriously, it's I don't know, it's something so profound about being American, and I really do genuinely believe like this is the best place on earth. I love travel. It's starting to rain. And-
Well, you know what's
You know, I love like just the world at large and how big everything is. But at the end of the day, like I honestly do believe that this is the best place to be, and I'm all about it. Like it's such a great like celebration and just party, but at the same time, like this is like a holy holiday for me.
You also got to think. When I served, I used to serve with a lot of British troops when we were doing stuff.
Oh, you Yanks celebrate day, innit?
Yeah. But one of them was like, he just
Didn't
admired.
sound
He admired the fact that we're so big headed.
I'm about to say we're so patriotic.
He called us pompous, and I was like, well, good. I mean, we literally were a bunch of farmers that took down the world's largest empire.
You guys are pompous. Yeah, take your tape off. I'll show you how pompous we are.
It's like, we don't need you to tell me what I am.
I know very well what I am.
It's a great time to be alive.
Sorry
is
if I'm
that?
looking in all directions, folks. We're outside, so we can see everything going on.
We got
Oh.
burglars
No, that would be my wife.
and mine going to meet her at the road so they don't disturb the podcast. That's good women right there. Let me tell you
No,
something.
they-
That's
they
a-
are-
that's
good wives.
Homegrown apple pie American women.
They do not want to trouble us on the podcast or getting any outside noise, so my wife is walking up our driveway, which, by the way, is not a short driveway. And
That's a long driveway.
Meeting Jordan's wife to give her something, evidently.
I like how every time we mention America or anything patriotic, George Washington blows his breath.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, like, they know, like, I mean, look at all of your great warrior nations. They've got that ancestor worship, and I mean, I'm about it. Like, I really do get with that. Like, just the where we come from is so powerful to me, you know?
Just, they were truly...
It was literally a bunch of nobodies. It was like, man,
Well, I mean,
it
it was,
sucks
you know,
right now.
It was farmers and everybody who was
willing to
out
fight.
enough that they couldn't afford the new T-tax. I mean, it's crazy what all this actually started over was, you know, not necessarily just the T-tax, but it was a huge portion of it.
It's a poor people's holiday.
Yeah.
Well,
Any taxation without representation, that's what they were mad about.
All taxation
is
is theft.
That's right.
and as y'all can hear,
We got thunder.
the cannons of freedom are rolling through.
Dude, every time we talk about something to do with the beginning, they're just like, yes, boys, go.
I'm just waiting for, like, the heavens to open, and it's like George Washington extending down his hand, and him and Ben Talmadge and everybody else is like, come with us.
We just float up. It's like,
Wow, you've just
we died?
You've just ascended George Washington through the portal of Jesus. That's where you put him.
I thought they were the same people.
Not good. Not good.
You mean to tell me?
But history was made on 1776. Everything before that was a mistake,
Ron
right?
Swanson.
All right. I got some things.
He's got some
Alright.
things.
Some things and some stuff.
10 unusual facts
That cloud
you
is rolling in
probably
super fast.
didn't know about the 4th of July.
I just want to say, like, before we start this, we've had like a good thing going, and so we're probably going to get some hate in the comments for this because we strove to get away from this. This is a random one. This is just a fun day. It's a special day, so sue me. Like,
No.
we're here hanging out. If you don't want to hang out, go party somewhere else.
Okay, fact number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 people actually signed the Declaration of Independence on July 4th. John Hancock and Charles Thompson,
I knew that.
Secretary of Congress. Most of the others signed on August the 2nd.
You mentioned his name.
John Hancock was like, where you want me to sign? Yeah! You're like, John, we need room for everyone else.
He knew that the king was, eyesight was bad, so he wanted to make sure
Yeah, he
that they
wanted
could
him
see
to be
it.
able to read it, yeah.
Well, I mean, do you know the actual story about why he signed so large?
That was it.
Well, no. People were talking about signing small so that maybe the king couldn't tell who had signed it.
Yeah, that's
And
what
he,
I'm saying.
yeah, and he was like, "Nah, screw it. I want him to know."
I'm going to put my middle name and my address on this thing.
That's next fact. Not everyone was on board with celebrating on July 4th, the day Congress approved the Declaration. John Adams wanted to celebrate on July 2nd, the day Congress voted on independence. So Adams wanted to do it on July 2nd.
I mean, to each their own. Can't all be right.
Yeah, but the 2nd of July just don't sound
No,
right.
I don't.
No.
That's what I'm telling you, though. Can't all be right.
No.
Look, they're all roasting him. It's like, hey, what you know, John?
All right, here's one. See if y'all know this one. One president, one U.S. president, has been born on July 4th.
Okay.
Who is it?
Obama.
No. You just saw that picture and you're a cheater. You're a cheater, but that ain't the answer.
I don't know.
John Adams.
Calvin
Coolidge. I'm so smart.
I think to make you sit over.
No, I don't wish that on nobody.
3 U.S. presidents have died on July 4th. Do you know which 3 it was?
All of them. Grover Cleveland.
No. John Adams.
He said John
I
Adams,
said John
and you
Adams.
said no.
Thomas Jefferson.
Oh.
Henry
and-
Ford.
And James Monroe.
Not Henry Ford.
In a bizarre twist of fate, Adams and Jefferson both died on July 4th, 1826.
They died together.
Wow.
They were holding hands. And they were just
No,
like,
they weren't.
No, it's fake news, dude.
They were like, we're best friends, and we're going together.
All right, here's one on George.
Okay. Washington.
Yes. On
Bush.
July 4th, 1778, George Washington ordered a double ration of rum for his soldiers to celebrate the holiday.
See, I told you, it is in our heritage to just get torched and be American on this day.
But old George said, let them light it up a little bit. Give them
Let them burn down this liquor
The
store.
great American Lord himself said it's okay to drink on this
No.
day.
It's time to get tight.
Time to get tight and burn down a liquor store.
See, no, here's the problem. Y'all don't understand the backstory behind that because I was at work one day. I looked at RD and I said, I think I'm going to go home and get a little tight. And then he come back to my office about an hour later and he said, I just want to be honest with you, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Arkansaw.
He's like, you gonna like put on skinny pants?
Like he
Need a girdle? Like what?
July 4th wasn't deemed a federal holiday until when?
1778.
1795.
1799.
1826.
1870.
Boom! I was closer. Price is
On
right.
your second guess, I can just sit there and start random years.
Why 5 years after the Civil War? They're like
Nearly 100 years after the nation was founded.
It takes a while for things to get rolling.
They made it a national holiday.
Don't think they weren't celebrating. It just wasn't federally recognized to go get torched to the Americans.
This one's right up our alley.
Okay.
Fireworks have been a major part of 4th of July since the earliest celebrations in 1884. In 1884, miners blew up the post office in Swan, Colorado because it wouldn't supply them with fireworks.
Telling you, dude, go burn down the liquor stores.
You're not going to give us fireworks?
We're just going to blow it up.
And I promise you, they were
All right.
torched when they did it. They're like, you know what, guys?
We've got
black powder.
We are miners.
We are miners.
We got all this dynamite and nothing to do for the next 15 years.
How drunk are we? Drunk enough to get that horse carriage full of dynamite over the post office?
Oh, let me get my bills out of the box real quick. Still got to pay that.
The Philippines gained their own independence from the U.S. on July 4th, 1946 by signing the Treaty of
Manila.
Yeah, that shouldn't be allowed.
If you don't quit reading my phone,
You couldn't pronounce it. I was just helping.
it wasn't pronounced and I couldn't get it out.
It's cool when we gain independence from somebody, but when somebody gains independence from us, I got a problem.
Where are you going?
What are you better nuts?
What do you think you are? On our day?
All right, I've already talked to y'all a little bit about this one. On other countries, including Denmark, England, Norway, Portugal, and Sweden, celebrate the 4th of July because many other citizens have moved from the U.S. or simply to attract American tourists.
Fair enough.
How cucked do the UK have to be like, we need revenue? All right, put up the American flags.
Put the flags
Yeah.
out.
Phase
we
2
need-
of 1776.
We need money.
Infiltrate
Fly the
the
Betsy
crown.
Ross.
Infiltrate the crown.
Americans consume around 155 million hot dogs on the 4th of July each year. They also spend 92 million on chips, 167.5 million on watermelon, and 341.4 million on beer.
I was about to say, how much is beer, though? Let's be real, though. Like, half of that 156 is at the hot dog eating contest every year. Those
they-
guys,
I mean,
they go through some hot dogs.
I mean, that watermelon's an insane amount, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't really think about it being such a staple, but I've never met anyone who hasn't eaten watermelon at some point.
Dude, we used to grow watermelons.
Oh,
around
we
this
did
time.
too.
We'd have a whole field of just biggins.
Well, you saw all of our fields.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Biggest thing is, don't even eat them, you shoot them.
Okay,
Ain't nobody out shooting hot dogs, but watermelons, you blow them jokers up.
we did facts, right?
Okay.
Now we're going to do traditions.
Okay.
Unusual 4th of July traditions from around the USA.
So nothing on this list is factual.
No, it's factual. Like what you just mentioned,
Mhm.
have a hot dog or maybe 70.
No.
Says it can be said that hot dogs are a traditional food across the nation on the 4th of July, but in Coney Island, New York, the 4th means Nathan's famous 4th of July International Hot Dog Eating Contest.
World records have been set, and lives have almost been lost at this event. It is rough.
It says current record holder and reigning champ Joey Chestnut, 74 hot dogs and buns.
There was a time
Jesus.
when I was younger. I guess this is recent that this changed. It was a little like Chinese woman, like little
Yeah,
like
the-
5'3".
The Americans taking it over. Sonia Thomas, 45 hot dogs and buns for the ladies.
You know why they dunk them in water? Fun factoid, anybody know?
Makes the bread go down easier.
Makes the bread go down easier.
Yeah.
It's like soup, but
She in 2012 when she did that, she outdid 10 of the 15 male eaters.
I don't doubt it.
no. I see that look in your eye. No.
Okay, here's this one. I don't know what the betting line would be on this, but this would be interesting. Lobster racing.
Oh, bro. Bro.
The
Where's that take place?
The city of Bay Harbor, Maine,
I was about to say, it's definitely
gotta be
Maine.
Maine or Massachusetts somewhere.
brings out its pedigree lobsters. Pedigree lobsters.
Good.
These are horse
To
racing
race
lobsters.
to race against time and each other.
Dude, I want to be a competitive lobster farmer.
People even place bets and eggs. Place
Eggs.
bets and egg the lobsters on.
Oh, they
like-
play
like-
eggs.
yeah.
I got 20 dozen on the blue one.
It's got a
See,
salad
no,
and
that's the
everything
thing.
on
I'm gonna tell you right now. I need to find out where to bet on some lobsters.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm going to figure out what it takes to have a startup competitive lobster farm, and we're just going to breed, like, running stock competitive
I'm not
lobsters.
taping mine's claws, so I want him to kill.
Oh, we going to fight. If we betting on lobsters, we going to have lobster fights. That's just it.
All right. Marshmallow fights. The people of Ocean Beach, California celebrate the defeat of the British by chunking marshmallows at each other.
Where is that?
Orange Beach, or Ocean Beach.
Ocean Beach.
Ocean Beach, California. In 2011, fighters used 600 plus pounds. 600 plus pounds of marshmallows.
How many marshmallows is that? Because most of a marshmallow is air.
Catch me down at Mobile Beach. We have gunfights on the floors.
39,000 plus.
Good.
We just
Lord.
go to England and kidnap members of Parliament and off them in Mobile Bay.
It's time.
Yeah, we got to move.
And we'll be back.
All right. So I don't know how much time we have before the bottom falls out again. So we're gonna run this list.
Yeah, as you can see, it's later than it was.
Okay, next one. Computer trap shooting.
What?
There's a wonderful place in Kentucky. It doesn't give the actual name of the city in Kentucky, but where a bunch of guys started about 10 years ago. They would spend all year rounding up everyone's old, unrepairable computer, and then they trap shoot them.
Oh, I thought you meant like digital. Like they legit just like poof.
No, they blow them up. Tug of war.
Taco War?
Tug of war.
Okay.
In Molina and Stinson Beach, which is in, I want to say, California. Yeah, California. They have a big tug of war over a canal.
Like big tug of war.
Yeah, it's huge. Like it shows here that they've been like people like UC Berkeley's rowing team versus the Golden Gate rugby team and stuff like that. You know that.
Wow.
It's a big deal. Road apple roulette.
Okay.
Residents of Haley, Idaho, gather each year to put this glorious game in which, or to play this glorious game in which participants buy squares on a 10,000 buy squares out of 10,000.
Okay. So 10,000 squares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On this annual 4th of July parade path, it's like a road.
Okay.
And they mark it off, 10,000 squares on the road. And the horses go through there.
And they deuce.
And they drop their road apples. And if you bought that square that road apple falls on, you get put into a hat to win.
So it's like cow bingo down here.
Or donkey bingo.
Donkey bingo. Yeah.
But they do that every 4th of July.
Same premise, but it's a bingo square, and you get the idea.
Also, the last one, coming of age ceremony at the Mascario Apache Reservation in New Mexico.
Okay.
Independence Day is celebrated, including a coming of age for teenage girls. On the first and the last day of the public portion of the ceremony, each girl runs 4 times around a basket filled with sacred items of the ceremony, symbolizing the 4 stages of life. And they that's basically how they say
You're a woman
old.
now.
You're a woman now.
What a weird way. It's like you're like missed your last one, so you're like 20 years old. It's like you just keep missing it. It's like I don't know what to do. I'm not a woman yet. I haven't ran around this basket.
But
11 Taco War. That's the new one.
But yes, that is That is some of the strange traditions that are out there. Now, with all that being said, I want to pose this question to you. We talked about movies, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite 4th of July food?
Food.
We talking traditional food or just anything?
When you think of 4th of July, this is the first food that pops in your head that you know that when 4th of July rolls around, you going to get some of this.
Oh, I got the whole plate ready to go.
Burgers, fries, beer,
Okay.
and a good old RC cola.
Okay.
Who drinks beer and cola?
Me.
Me.
Put it in the
I
RD.
get actual thirsty.
Yeah, beer's fake thirsty.
For my real thirst.
I've never had beer and just been like, I'm not thirsty anymore.
Smoked Boston butt. Baked potato salad.
Mm-hmm.
And baked beans.
Okay, this is the plate. Daisy paper plates, the nice thick ones, and napkins. Hamburger, Walmart brand meat usually, the big roll, you know. Oscar Mayer Franks, Heinz ketchup and mustard, Vlasic pickle chips. That's all your dressings, and relish because you have relish for your hot dogs. Lay's crinkle cut and regular cut potato chips, and hell of a good dip, ranch and French onion dip, and any cola you want around here. I mean, we drink a little bit of everything. So
Pepsi. I like Pepsi.
and it's all grilled charcoal.
Kielbasa sausage.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with you. Baked potato. Salad.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah.
Good old mayonnaise coleslaw.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise or Miracle Whip?
I said mayonnaise. I didn't say that communist crap Miracle Whip. Mayonnaise.
Vinegar,
Eggs.
Oil.
mustard.
Spices.
Mayonnaise. Not sugar. You never heard me say anything about sugar.
Okay, now that's
Sound-
fair.
To each their own.
Mayonnaise and black pepper, yeah.
And then, what are we talking about now?
Coleslaw, mayonnaise slaw, no sugar in it.
Yeah, no sugar. Mayonnaise.
Okay,
and black
yeah,
pepper.
that's good. That's okay.
And then to top it all off, real deal, homemade fried apple pies.
Oh, like a little
Forgot about
turnover
the
kind of
dessert.
deal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I didn't think about no dessert. We going in with desserts. You gotta have my grandmama Armstrong's Baptist pound cake. I have that recipe sitting in my inheritance list. It's like, and for this part of the inheritance, TJ gets the recipe to the Baptist pound cake.
I'm still trying to get my grandmother's presidential coconut chocolate pie.
So here's the deal. If you ain't had one of these at your 4th of July, your Thanksgiving, Christmas, or any holiday ever,
Ham.
you are in fact a communist. Edwards pecan pie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Any church function.
Not even just Edwards pecan pie. Edwards key lime pie.
I mean,
Edwards
yeah.
Hershey pie.
But Edwards
the
pecan.
coconut pie.
The coconut pie.
Edwards everything.
Edwards brand pies is a staple in the South.
And then, see that you thought I was done without pie, right?
Yeah.
No, that's just the starter dessert.
That's your appetizer dessert.
You've got to
warm up dessert.
You've got to be somewhere on your front porch. You've got to hear something going.
Homemade ice cream. Yes. And what's best is when the electric tears up. It's like, all right, which grandbaby wants to crank this? They get the handle out, and you got to sit there.
Got one better for you.
I'm like, what? You want to top that?
Homemade banana pudding with meringue.
I don't eat calf slobber.
I know you don't, but that's what makes it good.
Hey, now not for nothing and not for 4th of July, but every Thanksgiving, my daddy will throw a fit if he doesn't get calf slobber pie, chocolate pie.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I actually had some this past weekend while we was in Demopolis,
Yes.
and I didn't want to be rude, but I had to scrape the cow slobber off.
Yeah. I
And my
don't.
dad looks at me, he goes, "Yeah, you were raised right." Sitting there scraping it
I
off.
don't do meringue.
No, you eat that with 2 fists.
Yeah, what I like to do is you cut about half of it and leave half to mix in with it, and you just eat the other half by itself on the meringue.
But
Fair enough.
in all my research and stuff, talking about food, it brought up something.
Mhm.
You know what the two biggest things that foreigners, people that don't celebrate 4th of July,
Yeah, we don't care about them.
they that they find strange about us on 4th of July?
How much we eat?
Well, that is one of them. But the fact is that we put American cheese on everything.
Oh, you gotta have Kraft singles on there.
And that we make homemade ice cream.
Really?
Yeah.
They're like,
They found that strange that we do that.
it's easy.
That's just one of the things when I was doing my little research on all this stuff.
Well,
Hey, you're not from
war, and you can have whatever you want.
you're not from the South. Again, talking about homemade ice cream. You're not from the South. If snow isn't rare enough for you, that when there's a good big one, you get a freezer full of snow.
cream.
You get a freezer full of snow to put back for the 4th of July. I will never forget it. I think it was last 4th of July. I went to because down here another big thing is you gonna have 6-7 plates because you going to everybody eating.
No.
And I go to my grandmama's house, and she's like getting this big bag of white out of the freezer. I was like, "What's that?" She's like, "This is snow from 3 winters ago." That big good one. I was like, "Is this like the Revolution times again?" 3 winters past, we gathered the snow. Like,
Here's the thing, though. Best ice cream, homemade ice cream, Mom has ever made. I remember it to this day because we was out at the pool. It was the 4th of July, and she made homemade peach ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh man!
I don't
it was
think
so
I went to
good.
the event you're talking about, but we had a 4th of July recently. She made some, and I died.
Oh my God! It was so
Who
good.
did I eat a homemade ice cream with here recently? It was here in Red Bay. Who was
Aaron.
it? Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like everybody's got it's either a red or a blue bucket with a big motor on it and a big silver thing, and you got to fill it with ice and rock salt.
Unless you were wealthy
Mm-hmm.
and you had the wooden one.
Yes.
Yeah.
The wooden one.
Yeah, the wooden one was the bougie. I make more money
that's
than
the
you.
one. That's the one because you couldn't get them at Walmart. You had to go somewhere else to get them.
Yeah.
The motor ran out of gas. Somebody go put the gas in the motor, but don't get it on the ice cream.
Definitely electric motors. You plug it into the wall.
All right, got you something else.
Okay.
All right.
Most memorable that you can remember 4th of July fireworks display.
And also, let me interject here and just say that this is the big party. You guys are part of the party. I expect to see all y'all watching this, eating your plates. This is your questions for the comments. Just keep up. That said, it was 4th of July up in what? It's like a back river area where it's Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama all at once when you're on the river. Like there's one spot you can see it, and you're like at the intersection. Either way, Daddy, throw it in the comments. We went up there, and all the rich people that own land.
I'll say that's like either Pickwick or Counts, Tennessee.
Yeah,
Probably,
all the rich people in every state that live on the coastline go buy like thousands of dollars of fireworks and shoot them up, and all the boaters will go out and just sit in the water and watch it. Dude, that was ridiculous. It went on for like an hour and a half, just fireworks. It was crazy. Like, it was like a professional display, but it was just a bunch of rich people's individual things.
You want to talk about most memorable for me? It's actually because it's a good memory. John and Tim used to shoot all the fireworks because normally he would sit back and we'd all just watch.
Well, I used to be the guy that shot them off, so I kind of turned it over to John when he got older.
No.
It was me and Tim, then I turned it over to Jonathan.
So John and Tim always shot fireworks. One of the most memorable fireworks displays for me was actually the first one that I got to start shooting them.
Right.
And it was great. I mean, we didn't have just a whole lot of everything, which we've got family that sell fireworks, so
Which is a good boost to have.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we get some high quality stuff for some low quality prices.
Yeah.
But, it's great. It's great that they do that, and we're thankful for it every year.
Mhm.
But just what we had, it was just so much more fun because I was the one that was getting to run up there and light it and take off sprinting before the mortar hit you in the back of the head or something.
Yeah, and I'm talking about that, not
That's why you
necessarily.
got that thing angled.
It was actually sitting on a hill like this.
Yeah, well, not necessarily the biggest, because that was definitely the biggest, but the most like fun is I won't forget kind of the same situation. It was whenever I finally got to start helping Senior throw them up, and we set off something. I think it was one of those like canister ones, and we were using a cinder block, and the canister like rolled in the cinder block, and it started shooting at Senior, and he's like, "Oh!" And he had to like run up there and like flip it back up.
We had one time, it was one of those little things. It just turned flat over and shot right back into the house.
So mine was actually just a couple years back when I was living in Seattle. Seattle has the Freedom on the Sound every year, and we actually Keith and Zach, if you guys watching, we had Keith's sailboat, that big 38-footer they had. We put it right in the middle of the Sound, anchored down where they were launching, like right in front of us.
Puget Sound?
And we sat there on the Puget Sound, on the bank towards Tacoma, not the Seattle side, but Tacoma side. It had live bands playing, and you could smell the barbecue in there. And we actually docked and went to shore and got some barbecue and took it back to the boat. And we're sitting there.
Stole it. You're just like,
yeah. We're sitting there with hamburgers and everything and beer, watching the firework display right in front of us, and as it lights up the Seattle skyline and everything. It was a really good time.
So y'all were in the Army.
Yeah.
Why weren't y'all shooting like $80,000 javelins and stuff?
Well, the Army is actually off for a whole week, so we can't get to anything.
they can't get to their assault packs for camping or anything.
4th of July in the Army is a huge deal.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Well, we didn't get to hear yours.
Yeah.
Mine, and I'm going to cheat a little bit because it wasn't actually on July 4th, but it was their 4th of July celebration.
The bash.
The bash. Disney World.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Epcot Center to be exact.
Yeah, they put on
Because
a show.
they do a lot of light show and stuff with it.
Yeah, it was cool.
And I'm going to tell you, if you've never been to Disney World and people say that that's a dream vacation and all that stuff, it's actually pretty affordable. Right now it's not because of the coronavirus. It's been shut down, but let everything get going a little bit, and it's actually a pretty affordable vacation, and it's actually one that you can pay for in advance.
Yeah, you can pay on it for a while.
You can make payments.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, so you can do it that way, and if you get a chance, go. I don't care what age you are or anything like that.
You are never too old for Disney World.
We know I've been to Disney World. I've been to
Especially not Disney World. Disney World. I don't know about Disneyland. I hear it's a lot smaller, but Disney World is awesome.
But I've been to Disney World. I've been to Universal. I love both of them, but there's something about Disney World. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love going to Universal too, but there's just something nostalgic. There's something about Disney World when you get there, when you walk through those gates. But yeah, I'd have to say that that's probably my most memorable one. Second one would be probably with y'all. Shooting the fireworks with y'all all those years, and that's there's a lot of memories there with that. But with that being said, that'd probably be my two most memorable.
Number one, number two. Yeah.
All right. You've posed 2 questions. I've got one now.
Okay.
Best song to listen to on the 4th of July.
Proud to be an American.
That too. All summer long, Kid Rock.
God bless USA.
Second, best song part 2. All My Rowdy Boys Coming Over Tonight, Hank Jr. I like partying on the 4th, if y'all didn't know.
Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
And by the
Toby
way,
Keith.
That is All My Rowdy Friends.
Yeah, All My Rowdy
coming over
Friends.
tonight.
Sorry. My bad.
Would you call me?
Sorry about that, y'all. I had to kill that spider.
We wrapped it up.
We need to. I guess we probably need to wrap this up before we get any wetter.
Any more questions before we go? Anything? Reminiscence? You got anything?
I'm just looking forward
Eating
to
your seeds.
which is also American.
All right.
All right. Sounds good. Wow.
No.
Oh, I don't have it. I don't have it with me.
No.
Links are in the description. Check out all the Twitter and the Facebook and all that.
Yeah, the socials should be popping for the 4th, hopefully.
As you can,
We've got actually 2 by the time this video posts. We'll have 2 on vacation, so we should have multiple hits on social media going up.
Also, tell us about what you think about the outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
Not the rain part. We couldn't help that.
We can't help the rain part, but if it's not raining, what do y'all think about us doing it outdoors more?
If you want to see us do it in the rain, I guess we can buy ponchos.
And we'll get umbrellas for the equipment.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe,
Yeah,
hit
like,
the notification
subscribe.
bell. And listen, I know we say it every time. You got to hit the notification bell to know if when we post something new. Of course, we post on Saturdays most of the time. But
Well, the algorithm is so messed up now that the only way to guarantee you see what we're doing is by hitting the notification bell.
yeah,
And it also helps with our rankings overall to get more people suggested so that it makes it even easier.
And I will say this. I'll just go ahead and announce that this is going to be a little bit different. This one's a little bit shorter. We're going to go ahead and do a major dump of all of our shorts that we have put together so far.
Yeah, just
All
content drop.
then we got
Let
about
us-
4 of them. We're going to put on there too. So there'll be a lot more material or a lot more videos on the site. Give us our library a little bit more extensive. That way, y'all have more stuff to look at.
Well, that's what we wanted to do was special for the 4th, not just a 4th special, but also just a major content drop for all of you that are currently subscribed that's been supporting us. I mean, even though I know you guys enjoy the content, I know it can get a little boring just having podcasts, so I think you're really going to like our shorts.
Yeah.
And we're going to do more of that as well if you like it. So
Yeah, I had a gentleman today, young guy. He stopped me on my way out from work, talking about the fact is he loves the podcast. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone that's helping with it. Keep up watching. Keep watching us. Keep tuning in when we have stuff. I mean, we're doing this. I'm not gonna lie, we do this for us.
Yeah,
but
it's enjoyable.
In reality, we're also doing it for you. And
yeah, I mean, when we started this, we said we wanted something different that you could just hang out. There's a reason we're the men's club.
Yeah. I mean, we hang out anyway, so we decided to put up a video camera.
Yeah. Why not? And on that note, talking about like, subscribing, share, because that's the biggest way to get the community growing, to get more merch for you guys. If you're excited about the merch, the easiest way to get more merch is to get more subscribers, and the easiest way to do that is to share it. So if you're not sharing,
as we said, we got our prototypes. Thank you, Stephanie. But Washington's still being Washington.
Yeah.
So what'd you say on the merch? We're gonna have shirts. We're gonna have
hats,
koozies.
Yep. And then when winter and fall rolls around, we'll have long sleeves and hoodies.
Yeah, pullover, sweaters or sweatshirts, I guess you'd say.
So we looking for
toboggans, right?
Boggins.
Did I say it right?
Boggins.
Boggin.
Arkansas viewers, toboggans.
It's not a sled. We're not selling men's club sleds.
I
mean, maybe.
If there's a good sled manufacturer out there that would like to get involved, please contact RD.
Yeah, if you or someone you know, hit up our sales rep.
Yeah, RD is our marketing and sales rep guy. So anything, hit him up on it.
Custom made too. I mean, hey.
Yeah.
If you happen to be scrolling through the merch one day and was like, hey, I don't see a shirt that I like, let me know, and we can actually have it custom made for you.
Yeah, what we'll end up doing is once we run out of ideas, I think we'll start polling for designs and have everyone vote on them, and whatever the top design, like top 3 we'll say designs, we'll start putting them in our merch line.
I just know like Stephanie's watching like, oh no, what did he just say? Sorry, but I'm gonna be busy.
And and to be honest, that merch supports us. It gives us the opportunity to buy more stuff, to get a little more technical. I mean, that is our plan as we go to buy more.
Right. AV guy, we need more stuff.
Yeah, better equipment means better show for
daily.
you, means classes for the whole team to learn how to make a production better. I mean, the money's literally going right back to making this experience better for you guys.
It's not making us rich. It's giving us the ability to buy more stuff.
As you can see, I have no shoes, so I'm definitely not making any money off this.
It's been 84 years.
But with all that said, once again, if you guys would, if you're liking the content, please share it because it does help. I think we'll stop trying to shill to you now.
Yeah.
I hope you guys have a great 4th. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a little off-brand for us, kind of more random, but we wanted a big hangout, just what we would actually do on this day. So hope you guys are enjoying it. Have a beer, have a burger, whatever your preference is. Have something for us. Yeah, punch a Brit. But do it for the club. So with that said,
or with a club.
I think we'll finish up. I'm TJ. Wow.
I'm Jordan.
Redcoats get no quarter around here. I'm RD.
And I'm Pops. Ching, ching, pow.